Hello everyone, welcome back to Explore Biology. In the last series of videos I have discussed about blood, its components, blood grouping and also blood clotting. If you haven't seen that video, please go through it. In this video I am going to discuss about the structure or anatomy of human heart. Human heart has 4 chambers as we know, and if you see, the major function of heart is pumping blood to all the organs, right? And blood major function is to transport oxygen. So by this manner, oxygen is transported to all the tissues for metabolizing the glucose which is intaken and to give energy. Okay. If you see our body, our heart generally pumps 14,000 liters of blood in a day. Just imagine how fascinating it is. So let us know how exactly this functions. Coming to the heart has 4 chambers in human. It is located in mediastinum region. Now what is this mediastinum region? So just imagine, so this is your face, okay, you're facing this side. The side where you find your face is ventral side. Not your head part, the face part. At ventral side, if you go near the thoracic region, you will have ventrally a bone which is called as sternum. To this, ribs are attached. I know ribs are very familiar. Ribs are the bones, okay? And at the other side, that is dorsal side, you will find vertebral column, or you can say it as a backbone. Okay. So to this backbone, these ribs are attached. In middle of this region, so totally front you will have rib cage, back side you will have vertebral column. In the middle, the region is called as mediastinum. In this mediastinum region, you will have lungs, pair of lungs, and in between you will have heart. How well protected it is, right? So along with these bones, it is also protected by different layers. So if you see this layers in heart, the outermost layer which I indicated here with green color, this layer is fibrous. As it is heart, here we use the term cardium. So the outer layer is fibrous pericardium. Okay. Inner to this fibrous pericardium, we have another layer, that is serous pericardium. Serous pericardium. This serous pericardium has 2 different layers. The outer layer, which is just next to fibrous, is known as parietal. In the one which is inner to this parietal, this is visceral pericardium. And between these two, you will find a cavity which is filled with the fluid. Okay. This cavity is pericardial cavity. Okay. Which is filled with pericardial fluid. Now what is the use of this pericardial cavity? Just imagine if this cavity is absent and the 2 membranes are attached to each other. So when heart starts pumping, what happens? These 2 layers come contact with each other. When 2 layers contact with each other, what happens? They start rubbing, which causes friction, which causes damage of this layer. So to prevent that, it has pericardial cavity filled with fluid. This visceral pericardium is also known as epicardium. Okay. These cardial layers, if you see in fibrous, you will find more fibers in the connective tissue. Serous and visceral pericardium, the change is only the fibers in them. Okay. So this will give the support to the heart. Even it moves faster, it doesn't change its location. Okay. Coming to the inner layer, to the epicardium, we find muscle layer, totally made of muscle cells. So why muscles are required? For contraction of heart. So this muscle layer is called as myocardium. This layer is myocardium. Okay. And inner to this myocardial layer, we have the inner layer. This is endocardium. So epi, myo, endocardium. Okay, these are the outermost layer of heart. Coming to inside, I said it has 4 chambers. The upper chambers are known as atria, and the lower chambers are known as ventricles. Okay, so this is on right side, right atria, right ventricle, left atria, left ventricle. Okay. There is an opening in between the atria and ventricle. These are termed as valves. On the right side, the valve which is present is tricuspid valve. Okay. And on the left side, the valve present is bicuspid valve. It is also known as mitral valve based on its structure. Okay. So based on the layers, you have how many layers here? Pericardium fibrous, serous, 2 layers, and serous again 2 layers, parietal visceral. Visceral is epicardium, then you have muscle layer myocardium, then endocardium, right? Inside you have 4 chambers. Each chamber, the upper chambers are atria, lower chambers are ventricles. The valves which are present here are tricuspid and bicuspid valves. These valves, they have to open and close continuously during the heart cycle, right? So how these are controlled? There are fiber cell-like structures which are attached to these valves and also to the innermost layer. These fiber-like structures are called as chordae tendineae. Okay. These fiber-like structures are called as chordae tendineae. Okay. These are very important. If these are lost, what happens? The valves doesn't close properly. Okay. So based on the contraction and relaxation of chordae tendineae, the valves open and close during the cardiac cycle. Okay. If there is any problem in the valves, that will cause murmur. Murmur is a condition where you won't hear lub and dub, you hear clicking sound. So there will be change in the heartbeat. That you can identify through stethoscope. So what happens in murmur is, when this chordae tendineae is not functioning properly, so it has to pull, then it has to push, so that this valve will open and close. If this doesn't close, whatever blood is coming down, it is again leaking out. So leaking out of blood causes deficiency of blood supply to the organs. So that shouldn't happen. Okay. Now from where blood is coming to the heart? So there are several blood vessels which are carrying blood to the heart. Let us see what are they. The major ones which open into right atrium, there are 3 openings here. Okay. In right ventricle you have 1 opening, in left 1 opening, and in left atrium 4 openings you will have. Okay. So let us see that. So the opening present in right atrium will come from right atrium. The opening present in right atrium are, you have superior vena cava. So right atrium will carry deoxygenated blood, which has less oxygen. Okay, so that means it is bringing blood from different organs. Superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, and coronary sinus. Superior means upper parts, so from the head. Inferior means lower parts from the legs. Okay, and coronary means heart, from the heart. Okay. Next we have right ventricle. We have one opening which is known as pulmonary trunk. Okay. This pulmonary trunk carry blood to lungs. Okay. Next we have left atrium. It has two pairs of pulmonary vein. Okay. Two pairs of pulmonary vein which is bringing blood to heart from the lungs. And left ventricle we have aorta. One opening, major one, aorta. These carry blood to all parts of the body. So as it has to push the blood so forcefully, the muscle tissue here is more than compared to the right side. Okay. So this is about the structure of human heart. I hope you have understood this video. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel Explore Biology. Thank you.